there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Kit Conspiracy, which I am combining with a designer deep dive that is hosted by Tara over at The Paper Snob. And what this is a monthly hop where she picks a designer or company that is going to be featured today. So this month it was Simple Stories, and our kit happens to be Simple Stories. So I said I am definitely in for this. And I'm just going for it, you guys. I am so happy to be using this kit for this collection or this series. It's the first time I've played along with Designer Deep Dive. I might try and do that more in the future, but you know, oftentimes there might be companies that I might not have stuff for, so we'll see how it goes. I'll play along when I can. Meanwhile, I am fussy cutting out lots of wordy bits. I'm going to have a center column design on this one. And I'm going to be using some products from the Some Assemblage Required shop. So I will link those down below. That means I'm going to be using some wood veneer. Yeah, there's other products in the shop besides wood veneer. So lots of cool things like stitching templates and acrylic pieces. But today I'm using wood veneer. So I am just fussy cutting out a bunch of words, and what I am documenting today is this little girl who is the middle of the three kids that I take care of. She lost her two top front teeth, one on a Thursday and the next one I think on a Sunday or a Monday. And so I hadn't seen her. This was during they picked her up from school on Thursday and left to go visit their grandfather. And then they came back Monday. So I didn't see them when any of this happened. Her mom texted me these photos. She was so excited that she lost both her front teeth. So I am documenting that today for her. And this is actually the first layout that I did with this collection. So you're going to probably see some products in here that were already used on yesterday's layout. But I decided to put this one up for the Designer Deep Dive, and I don't know why. I mean, it's not like it's a big deal. It's all Simple Stories. But I thought these were perfect with the words smile and the say cheese. Those are just perfect for these photos. I apologize that you can't see her face because she's adorable, and missing those two front teeth is she's just cuter than ever. And her smile is just contagious. And so I apologize you don't get to see them, but in the interest of privacy and out of respect for her family, I do not show those on camera. So I decided to pull out some fairies for the Tooth Fairy and some little flowers. And the flowers are newer in MK's shop. Newer, yeah, new. I want to say I don't know if they're February or April. I think they're from the April release. But the fairies have been around for a while, so I will link them again below so that you can go and check that out. But I thought they were really cute, and she loves the girly girl kind of stuff and the Tooth Fairy and all of that good stuff. So she got a double visit or a double portion from the Tooth Fairy. I don't know if the Tooth Fairy came on 2 different nights. I'm pretty sure, probably. But I believe she actually came to her grandfather's house on Thursday, and then again on Monday to her house. So she was just sitting pretty and, you know, super happy with the whole experience of losing her teeth and getting 2 visits in 1 week. So I decided to pull out some mixed media. I did gesso my paper. I decided to use this grid paper. It looks like a graph paper. And I pulled out some Dina Wakley Media Gloss in Cheddar and in Aloe. And then I believe that's Aloe. It's either Aloe or Sage. Maybe I'll hold it up for you. I'm not sure. I'm taking a look across the room. I think it's Sage. And then I am going to use some turquoise and some white. And I do hold those 2 up for you. At this point, my Media Gloss sprayers do not work great because they've been in my stash for so long and used and whatnot. So I have a bottle that has just water in it, and I clear the sprayer nozzle out all the time after I use it, and then I spritz it out before I use it so it has no water in it, and then I use it in the spray bottle for each color, and then I clean out the spritzer. And so it's just one bottle that has water in it so I can clean the nozzle and whatnot. And I just kind of switch it over between all of my bottles. Now, it doesn't fit on the bottles, so it doesn't screw down, so I have to be super careful. One of these days I will take the time to go and find a bottle that actually has a screw top that fits, but I have not done that yet. So had to be very careful about that. I did heat dry everything, and my paper is a little bit warped. I am going to trim it down a little bit and mount it onto another piece of paper. And that paper is going to be this rainbow paper, because this is the rainbow kid out of all of these kids in the family. She loves rainbows. And so I thought, you know what? This paper collection is full of rainbow stuff. She's getting rainbow border all the way around. And I made the border larger than I normally do because of that. Normally I go with a very small border, but because she loves the rainbows so much, I decided to make it quite larger this time around. Okay, so while I get that in place, looks like I'm inking the edges of it in some Black Soot Distress ink. But while I do that, go and check out everyone playing along with this designer deep dive. The links to everyone playing along, there's a playlist down below for you, so you can go and check that out. And you're going to probably see all kinds of Simple Stories collections being used. Not this one from 2013 for everybody, but if you check out my channel and MK's, you're going to see the same kit being used and see different ways to use it. So be sure to go and check out her channel for sure. There is a link to her channel directly down below, and then go and check out everyone playing along with Tara's designer deep dive so that you can see more inspiration using Simple Stories stuff. So I went ahead and stuck my paper down with my ATG to hold it in place. And then I like to go around the edges with my liquid glue, and then I put my acrylic blocks to hold it so that everything makes contact while it's drying. And that's going to keep it from popping up or the warping, having that, like the little warped areas lifting off of the rainbow paper, and the rainbow paper is going to help hold everything nice and flat. So that is my way of doing a little extra support so that it stays nice and flat. And then I am popping up all of these sayings onto some foam tape. It's just fun foam from Walmart, which means it's adhesive backed, and then I just use liquid adhesive to stick it down to my layout. I'm liking how that's looking. And since I am on top of mixed media, I am using liquid adhesive to hold everything down. I'm just using my favorite Nuvo Deluxe adhesive to just give everything a nice, a nice hold to the background paper so it doesn't come off, because the ATG doesn't stick great to mixed media all of the time. And so I want to make sure everything's going to stay and not pop off once this layout goes into her album. So I'm liking how that is coming together, and I do realize that I did cover up a large portion of the mixed media, which is okay. I'm okay with that completely. I don't expect all of my mixed media to ever show up completely, because that's just the nature of it. But, without the mixed media, the grid background felt very like it needed something, and I would have had to do some more paper layers or something like that. But given that this was actually the first layout that I started with, I didn't want to use too many paper layers and not leave myself options for later in the week. It's not that I'm hoarding them, I promise. I just wasn't really sure. And plus I've already got a lot of layers of embellishments on there. So I felt like the mixed media was going to be just a better option in this case. So the wood veneer pieces that I am using, actually all of the wood veneer pieces in MK's shop, come with a masking over the top of them. And you didn't see me do this, but off camera I went and I removed the masking. I use Gorilla Tape and I just rub it over the top of it and peel it back off of itself, and the masking comes off. You can also use your fingers, you can use tweezers, but the Gorilla Tape is fastest, especially when you have things that have a lot of detail. And then the wood veneer pieces are also adhesive backed, so you can just stick them down. I did use some iridescent medium on the wings of the fairies, and that is it, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this one, and if you did, hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and don't forget to go and check out what everyone else is doing on both Kit Conspiracy and the Designer Deep Dive. Thank you so much for spending time with me today and watching, and I will see you guys again real soon with another video. Take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.